We have walked through the ashes with Job. We have prayed the prayers of lament and trust in the Psalms. Now we enter a different kind of wisdom, one that does not howl or weep or wrestle with God in the whirlwind. Proverbs is the wisdom of the everyday. It is the wisdom of observation, of pattern, of careful attention to how life actually works. If Job asks why, Proverbs asks how. How do we live well? How do we avoid destruction? How do we build households that flourish and raise children who do not bring shame? The book begins with a thesis statement. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. This sentence frames everything that follows. Wisdom is not morally neutral. It is not simply cleverness or strategy. True wisdom begins with a posture toward God, a posture of reverence, awe, humility. Notice the fear of the Lord, not generic piety, not philosophical first principles. The Lord, Yahweh, the covenant God of Israel. Proverbs is not secular life advice dressed in religious language. It is covenant wisdom for covenant people. The same God who delivered Israel from Egypt and spoke from Sinai is the God whose fear begins knowledge. This wisdom belongs to a particular relationship, a particular community, a particular story. Fools, in Proverbs, are not unintelligent. They are arrogant. They think they can master life without reference to the one who made it. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They are a garland to grace your head and a chain to adorn your neck. The voice of Proverbs is often parental, a father speaking to a son, a mother passing down hard-won insight. Wisdom is not discovered in isolation. It is transmitted. It is inherited. It is a gift from those who have walked the road before. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, "Come along with us," let's lie in wait for innocent blood. Let's ambush some harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive like the grave, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We will get all sorts of valuable things, and fill our houses with plunder. Cast your lot in with us. We will all share a common purse. The warning is vivid. The path of violence promises wealth and belonging. Join us, share the spoils, be part of the group. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil. They are swift to shed blood. How useless to spread a net where every bird can see it. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush only themselves. The trap they set catches them. The violence they unleash returns on their own heads. This is not cosmic justice delivered by an avenging God. This is the way the world works. Cause and effect. Sow and reap. Such are the paths of all who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the life of those who get it. Proverbs believes that reality has moral structure. Not always, not perfectly, but generally, over time, across populations, certain behaviors lead to flourishing, and others lead to ruin. Here is something crucial to understand. Proverbs describes patterns, not promises. These are generalizations based on observation, not iron laws or guarantees. The lazy person tends toward poverty. The diligent person tends toward success. The wise usually flourish. The fool usually suffers. Usually, tends toward, generally. Job has already taught us that exceptions exist. Innocent people suffer. Wicked people prosper. Proverbs knows this too, but its purpose is different. It teaches us how to navigate the world most of the time, not what to do when the patterns break down. To read Proverbs as a vending machine, put in righteousness, receive blessing, is to misread the genre. The friends of Job made exactly that mistake. Then something remarkable happens. Wisdom speaks in her own voice. Out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gate, she makes her speech. Wisdom is personified as a woman. She is not hidden in a library or locked in a temple. She stands in the marketplace, shouting. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery, and fools hate knowledge? She is not gentle, she confronts. Repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But wisdom can be refused. But since you refuse to listen when I call, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh at your disaster. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. This is harsh. Wisdom laughing at fools. But it is also realistic. Wisdom offered and rejected does not simply disappear. It watches the consequences unfold. Then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. Since they would not accept my advice and spurned my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. This is not punishment from outside, it is consequence from within, the fruit of their ways, the natural outcome of choices. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease, without fear of harm. Proverbs is practical, but it is not merely practical. It connects daily behavior to deep reality. In chapters 2 and 3, the benefits of wisdom multiply. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding, indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Wisdom is not automatic. It requires effort, calling out, crying aloud, searching as for treasure. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless, for he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. Wisdom comes from God, not as abstract principle, but as personal gift. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. This is perhaps the most famous passage in Proverbs. It is not a promise of ease. It is a promise of direction. The paths will be made straight, not smooth. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Wisdom is embodied. It affects the flesh. Pride makes us sick. Humility heals. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the firstfruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. Generosity begets abundance. This is not prosperity gospel, it is agricultural observation. Those who hoard lose, those who give receive. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves, as a father the son he delights in. This is the other side of blessing, correction, discipline, not as punishment, but as formation. Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding, for she is more profitable than silver, and yields better returns than gold. She is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her. Those who hold her fast will be blessed. Tree of life. The image reaches back to Eden. What was lost in the garden is found again in wisdom. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundations. By understanding he set the heavens in place. By his knowledge the watery depths were divided, and the clouds let drop the dew. My son, do not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discretion. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck.